Valve doesn't campaign. I think Valve does their own thing.
They're very quiet.
Yep. They quietly do their own thing, and Gabe hangs out on his yacht and does interviews for channels that have like dozens of subscribers, apparently. Did you see that this week?
No.
Yeah, he did an interview with just like...
Don't sound too salty.
What? No, I've never asked him for an interview. But just like he did... No, it was actually another article I read that pointed out that the people he did the interview with just like were not huge.
Cool.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty cool.
Random people that email him and stuff.
Yep.
Does that respond to every email ever?
I don't think so.
Did I get an email from him at some point? Hold on a second. I don't think I ever got a response, but I did send him a whiny email once, and my problem was resolved.
Sometimes that's a form of response.
Basically, I said that our PR rep was completely fucking useless and pointed out that we have literally the top viewed piece of media on every piece of Valve hardware ever. And it's an embarrassment that we not only were not seeded something, I couldn't even buy it. And they weren't able to accommodate me buying. I think this was the Index.
Yeah, it sounds like the Index.
Yeah. And it's just like, guys, I'm willing to buy it, and you're not able to accommodate getting this thing into my hands so that I can cover it. Come on.
I forgot about this until very recently, actually, but that's very related to how I ended up getting Palmer Lucky's contact. Is
really?
I raged out at one point on Twitter, back when it was Twitter, about how like the amount of work that I've done since like the very beginning, and like the quality level of our reviews at that time and all this kind of stuff. And I still couldn't get actual emails back from anyone at Oculus. I still couldn't get good samples. We were just buying things up front, often getting them super late. And all this kind of stuff was still happening. And he responded, and then that's how we ended up getting stuff in the future, was just talking to him directly. I don't know if you remember that.
That's hilarious. Well, we'll probably never get anything from him again, so that's resolved.
Yeah, probably not. Dan's like, I want my like border crossing radar thing. Whatever.
Poor Lucky.
Yeah. How did Noki have that immediately available? That's
what is it?
Apparently there was a Reddit thread from 10 years ago.
That seems like this kind of thing Noki would do.
Immediately had it. But yeah.
Man, I do not think I'm going to be able to I don't think I'm going to be able to find this.
What are you trying to find?
I'm trying to find the
I'm
trying to find my whiny email.
Mm-hmm.
They've been really good lately. I mean, they're Valve, so they're like not super communicative or whatever. Like they're good in their Valve. But before that, they were like, my contact was utterly useless. Like you'd have to be just completely not doing your job to not notice like the media outlet that literally has the top performing video on every single hardware product you've ever released. Like, come on.
Noki was like, tell Linus to give me his email credentials and I'll find it, LOL.
Bet he could. You'd find all kinds of stuff in there.
Yeah.
Here we go. No, I've got it. I knew this was going to be hilarious. This is from 2021. So I emailed my press contacts. I said, the subject line is Steam Pal. We're very interested in covering this and would love to get access ahead of time so we can have day one coverage. I sent a follow-up 3 weeks later, which I think is a pretty reasonable amount of time to send a follow-up. Hi, name. I haven't gotten replies from you the last couple of times I've emailed. Is it possible my emails are getting filtered again? Which means you're ignoring my emails, you piece of... Can you please pay attention and at the very least reply to my email and tell me you're not interested? I know you're getting my emails. But that's like corporate nice speak for... I know you're getting my emails. Can you please respond? Hold on. I accidentally just pressed the power button on my laptop, so now I get to...
Way to go.
Use Windows Hello. Okay. And then another 3 weeks later, which again, I think is a very reasonable amount of time to wait, I CC'd Gabe and I said, I guess it ended up being called Steam Deck. I read about it on The Verge today. No pre-briefing, no mailing list email, no communication at all. I don't like throwing people under the bus. So last time I had to, I did email him and I did get a response from this guy the time before. Last time I had to email you to get a response from person. I spun it as, maybe my emails are going to his spam, lol, oops. At this point, I've waited years for a change, so it's time for some honest feedback. This guy is one of, if not the worst and least responsive media relations reps I've ever encountered. Is there anyone else at Valve we can work with? If there is, I'd love to start that conversation. If I'm stuck with him, can you please gently remind him that we are among the highest viewed media outlets in the world for basically every piece of hardware Valve has released in the last few years? Link. Even if we weren't, completely ignoring emails is just rude. Thanks for reading and have a wonderful day. And I got a new rep immediately.
I wonder with stuff like this, like, he probably has someone who monitors his inbox.
I wonder
if he never even saw it and it just got taken care of.
I don't think so. I don't think so. I mean, that last interview, I read it. It was really good. And he just said, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, you can take people's words with a grain of salt, right? But he says he just loves to work and he just works day and night and he just loves what he's working on. He's got like that neural implant company and like he has some like ocean stuff and like Valve and I don't know, whatever. If my job was that cool, I'd probably think it was pretty cool too.
Apparently, he said a bunch of times that he's the only one that reads his emails.
Hamnetic says, you didn't throw him under the bus. You threw him in the bus that was thrown into the Grand Canyon. Well, like, look, the guy ignored me for 6 weeks on the most important hardware and software product that Valve has probably ever released in terms of the impact this is going to have on the industry. I wanted to be part of it, to support it. Like, it's not like he was like trying to shield Valve from like an unfair critic or something like that. Like, I am an ally, pun intended, of the Steam Deck and the mission of SteamOS. Like, come on, man. Ah.